seasonal or per? How does that work?
What do you mean? You mean that if it's winter, you charge more?
No, tax time. You know, do you
Well, that's a high-powered CPA.
Okay, that really depends. It depends it depends on the accountant. It depends on the firm. It depends on what type of service they're giving you. They actually are going to ask you documentation. They're going to analyze what you have, and it depending on the type of service they give you, they should give you a charge. The best thing to do is, you don't just go to the first accountant you find. Go to several of them. Find out what they're charging for the same service, what they're asking you, what are the questions, what is responsibility, and how are they going to be responsible with you. And if you're talking about taxes, right now the IRS is going to a big change because a lot of people are taking the taxes to just anybody, to your cousin or your aunt or anybody to do the taxes. But in reality, you're responsible for the taxes. You're the one signing the taxes. Then you get in trouble. That's when you look for the accountant, when you get in trouble. And that's not the way it should be done. So the IRS right now is requiring that everybody that does tax preparations have to be signed, registered, certified with the IRS, and also with New York State. But that's not the only thing. They are going to require people to take a test and to continue their education. And that does something really good for all of us because, educates the people that are giving you the services. But on top of that, we need to educate the consumer too. And that's where we are doing with the IRS, the Small Business Administration, and all the panel over here, because the consumer doesn't know what to do. And they need to resolve the questions, look for the answers, so that everything they sign, they're responsible for it. But they're responsible in the way they understand.
Yes, so just to piggyback on what Raquel just said, although the IRS is trying to shift some of the burden to the tax preparer, but you, the filer, you guys remain primarily responsible. So it's up to you to make sure that it reflects the actual numbers. Okay, so it's good to choose somebody who you trust, somebody who comes hopefully recommended, highly recommended. All right, so it's always good to get a good referral and work with somebody who you feel comfortable